Hello, you're watching VNEWS Bulletin from Hanoi, and now the headlines as usual.
Prime Minister calls for transformative energy projects. And later, 25 years of Hoi An as UNESCO World Cultural Heritage Site.
Let's begin our bulletin with the latest news. First, a report on recent activity by Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has laid stress on the critical need for innovative power projects that are able to transform the nation's energy landscape and prevent power shortages, while addressing at a conference to review the investment and construction of the 500 kilovolt Circuit 3 power transmission line, linking Quang Trạch in the central province of Quang Binh and Phở Noi in the northern province of Hưng Yên on December 8th. The government leader said the move is part of the efforts to deliver on the breakthrough growth target of more than 8% in 2025. He spoke highly of the energy sector, competent forces, local administrations, and residents' contributions to the success of the 500 kilovolt Circuit 3 power transmission line project, which has not only enhanced national energy security but also improved the position and prestige of the sector both domestically and internationally. He ordered competent sides to continue pushing ahead with completing payment and project acceptance procedures and taking care of residents who had to relocate for the construction. According to the Vietnam Electricity, the 500 kilovolt Circuit 3 power transmission line, invested by the National Power Transmission Corporation at the total cost of over $878 million, stretches 519 kilometers across 9 provinces and represents a milestone in Vietnam's infrastructure development.
Now let's take a look at the most prominent events of the week from December 2nd to 8th.
Vietnam's top leaders have asked for urgent reforms to streamline the political system, emphasizing their critical importance in the current context. The restructuring is to build an elite, streamlined, strong, efficient, valid and effective apparatus. Accordingly, the government will reduce its organizational structure from 30 to 21 administrative bodies, including 13 ministries, for ministerial-level agencies, and 4 government bodies. On December 4th, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính affirmed at a government conference that rearranging the organizational apparatus is a difficult task, but it is essential. The Prime Minister urged ministers and heads of sectors to promote a strong sense of responsibility and implement the assigned tasks in a scientific manner, with a suitable and effective roadmap and approach. Earlier, Party General Secretary To Lâm urged accelerated reforms of political system. He said the continued reform and restructuring of the political system's organizational apparatus are a critical and urgent task in the current situation as time does not wait.
National Assembly Chairman Tran Thanh Mun and a high-ranking delegation of the Vietnamese legislature paid an official visit to Singapore on December 1st to 3rd and another official visit to Japan from December 3rd to 7th. During his visit in Singapore, the top Vietnamese legislator had meetings with Singaporean President Tharman Shanmugaratnam and Singaporean Prime Minister Lawrence Wong and held talks with Speaker of the Singaporean Parliament Seo Kien Peng. The two countries' leaders agreed to continue their close cooperation towards elevating the bilateral relations to a new height in the coming time. During his visit to Japan, the legislative leader held talks with President Sekiguchi Mosokozu of the House of Councillors and Speaker Nugaka Fukuhiro of the House of Representatives. He met with Japanese Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru and paid a courtesy call to Emperor Naruhito and Empress Mosoko. They pledged to further reinforce bilateral political trust, deepen cooperation across all channels of party, government, parliament, and people-to-people exchange, and encourage exchanges and visits at high and all levels.
US tech giant NVIDIA will develop a research center and data center dedicated to artificial intelligence studies in Vietnam. It is the result of an agreement between NVIDIA and the Vietnamese government, which was signed during the second visit of Jensen Huang, NVIDIA founder and chief executive officer to Vietnam on December 5. The cooperation agreement between Vietnam and NVIDIA is expected to boost the development of AI in the country and Southeast Asia. Through this strategic collaboration, Vietnam will work with NVIDIA to promote the strong development of AI technology in the country according to international standards, while creating a bright future for the innovation ecosystem and high-tech industry in the region.
The Ba Chua Shu, Holy Mother of the Realm festival in An province has been officially recognized by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The festival has been preserved and practiced for generations in the Mekong Delta province. It is held from the 22nd to the 27th of the 4th lunar month at the Ba Chua Shu temple on Mount Sam and the stone pedestal on the mountain to worship the Holy Mother. It reflects the culture of Vietnam's southerners, as well as cultural exchange and blending with the Khmer, Chinese, and Cham communities.
In his article, Fighting Wastefulness, Party General Secretary To Lam emphasized the need to realize that combating wastefulness is a fierce battle against internal invaders. This fight holds a position equal to the fight against corruption and negative behaviors, contributing to enhancing the party's strength.
The second branches of Bach Mai Hospital and Viet Duc Friendship Hospital, located in Phu Ly City, Hao Nam Province, were constructed with the aim of easing the overload of their headquarters. However, both newly built facilities are currently left unused. These are two notable examples of wasteful projects to be reviewed and addressed in the near future.
Better late than never, we must launch a movement, a campaign, or even a revolution against wastefulness.
At a meeting of the Central Steering Committee for Prevention and Control of Corruption, Wastefulness and Negative Phenomena, Party Chief To Lam directed the strict handling of wastefulness under the principle of resolving one case to make a wake-up call to an entire region or sector.
There are plots of land left unused for decades in prime locations. The people demand an explanation for the situation. Who is accountable for this?
In Hanoi, there are instances of wastefulness visible in some wards. We truly hope that the fight against wastefulness, starting from the central government to Hanoi and other localities, will decisively address the issue of abandoned projects.
Instead of focusing solely on corruption, we need a comprehensive approach that includes fighting corruption, wastefulness, and negative behaviors. Without doing so, it will be challenging to combat them effectively, comprehensively, and proactively.
Party General Secretary To Lam has repeatedly stressed that fighting wastefulness must be considered a mission on par with combating corruption and other negative behaviors.
Drastic leadership is needed in the fight against wastefulness to create a new breakthrough progress in this field.
According to the party leader, now is the time to shape the country's future. Therefore, Vietnam should seize the opportunity, seriously promote thrifty and fight wastefulness. By aligning revolutionary spirit with historical trends and the era's strengths, Vietnam can enhance national resources and firmly advance into a new era, an era of national rise, he said.
Vietnam is witnessing a significant shift in the quality of foreign direct investment projects poured into the country as an increasing number of high-tech and pioneering industrial companies move into the country to expand operations.
Samsung has recently announced an additional $1.8 billion investment in its Samsung display factory in Bắc Ninh province. LG announced the cooperation from the Republic of Korea will inject another $1 billion into its project, raising the total investment from $4.65 billion to $5.65 billion. The additional investment not only supports Vietnam's goal of attracting $39 to $40 billion in FDI this year, but also exemplifies the transformative shift in foreign investment into the country. According to a recent Surveys Vietnam report, the country's industry sector is undergoing a transformative phase, attracting a wave of high-value investments. This marks its evolution into manufacturing, logistics, and digital hub in Southeast Asia. Key areas like digital economy and data centers are expected to see a surge in investment in the near future.
Japanese and Western styles. Since 2008, more than 400 relics in Hoi An's ancient town have been restored at a cost of over 150 billion dongs, funded by both the state budget and community contributions. Notably, the iconic Ko Pagoda, a symbol of Hoi An, has undergone meticulous restoration.
The restoration of Ko Pagoda is the most challenging part of preserving Hoi An's ancient urban architectural complex. This bridge holds immense cultural significance and is the most visited landmark by tourists. The successful preservation ensures a sturdy structure for the bridge, while maintaining its original features.
The UNESCO World Heritage designation has also enabled Hoi An to preserve unique cultural spaces. These range from centuries-old craft villages like Tan Har pottery, Kim Bong carpentry, and Tra Quay vegetable village to distinctive customs, beliefs, and folk arts such as the Nguyen Tu Festival, by choice singing, and the Mid-Autumn Festival. These cultural treasures have been transformed into attractive tourism products.
I deeply appreciate our ancestors for creating such a radiant Hoi An. Through various activities, people connect and understand one another better, forming a vibrant heritage complex that deserves recognition and preservation.
Hoi An is also regarded as a model for heritage conservation and development, thanks to the consensus and active participation of the community. Innovative initiatives such as the car-free zone, plastic waste reduction, and ecotourism tours involving environmental protection have been implemented, joining UNESCO's Creative Cities Network in the field of crafts and folk arts has further strengthened Hoi An's commitment to sustainable development.
Innovations from the past serve as a foundation for today's generation to inherit and creatively build upon, preserving cultural and ecological values more effectively.
Under the plan for Hoi An Ancient Town Conservation, Restoration and Promotion to 2030, with a vision to 2035, 100% of deteriorated heritage sites will be restored. Besides, all tangible and intangible cultural heritages will be scientifically documented, and the Heritage Protection Zone will be expanded to ensure the integrity and outstanding universal value of this ancient town, establishing Hoi An as a leading cultural and ecotourism hub in the region.